Hello everyone and welcome to the amazing world of the finest spirits. My name is Marcelina and I'm more than happy to introduce you to the series Rum the World. And today I'll be interviewing a unique man, a rum master blender who describes himself as a rum lover, rum drinker, and when the time allows, president of Destilería Colombiana, Hernan Parra. Hello Hernan, it's really nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Hello, Marcelina. Thank you very much. I'm doing very well. Circumstances are not the best, but I am feeling well, and I think that it's a good moment to share a little bit of Dictador.
Excellent. And today we are going to talk about an excellent rum, which Dictador is. It's both a rum that is produced by a family distillery, but also an international brand that becomes more and more popular around the world. But I would like to ask you if you could describe the product for those who perhaps haven't heard about it yet, just the main essence of the brand.
Well, basically, what we are trying to show to our customers and our fans is about a aged rum, a old barrel rum that we age in our premises in Colombia. We use all the best quality raw material that we can have, coming from the sugarcane, the land, the water source, the yeast, and all the different elements. But I think the most important element at the end of any product is the human hand in it and all the team behind it that achieve a fantastic and unique rum.
And as you mentioned, human hands, also your grandfather, your father were rum master blenders, and you were growing up watching them, how they'd mastered the art of making rum. Would you share with us a little bit about the secret of the Dictador? What makes it so special?
Of course, a lot of experience in the aging. The first step, which is the making of the spirit itself, will take days, weeks, but the aging takes years, ages. So the first step, that it's 2-3 weeks of fermenting, of doing all the process of distilling and everything, give us the opportunity to get a very fine liquid. But the second step, which is the long-term step of the aging, we learn things that are important in terms of evaporation, in terms of the sharing of the wood with the alcohol, of the possibility of marrying the barrels to get a better product. So there are many things behind the recipe.
That sounds quite complicated. Wouldn't it be easier if you just cut right after producing the young rum, and that would be enough?
Actually, many companies do it, and I think it's fair. But in our case, we also learned that the maturing of the product gives some special notes and gives some special something to talk about. You know, when you have a aged product, whatever it is, at the end of the day, people like to share and to talk about it and to go deeper in it.
That's why I wanted to ask you, what is the main difference between young rum and aged rum, in what purpose you do that? But I assume it's all about the variety of aromas, of a great taste, of many tasting notes in there, but also smoothness, I guess.
Of course, one of the biggest issues in the industry is that it's impossible to smooth a product with chemicals or with or it's impossible to get a smooth product in a short time. It's nothing that you can do in months or in days. One of the things that you will achieve when you buy a bottle of Dictador, will see the development of an alcohol that's been sitting for a long time, waiting for somebody that has this palate that can be enjoying a moment with a fine and rare spirit.
And what kind of barrels do you use?
Well, basically, we during all our 100 years history, we've been treating a lot of barrels, but today we have 3 types of barrels. We are using on a very high quantity or percentage in our storage, we are using the American oak from ex-bourbon. Then we have some barrels from Spain, the sherry industry, which will give special notes to some of our finishings. We also have some port casks. Then we have some barrels that we use from the wine industry. We use some of the whiskey industry. But those are more for the experimenting than really for the business.
And could you tell us what kind of aromas exactly you can find in Dictador?
Of course, the biggest achievement of somebody that will buy a aged rum, like the 20-year-old that I have here, that he will find 3 steps of aromas and of tastes. You will have the first aromas that would be these sweet vanillas and caramels and muscovado sugar. Sweetness comes from the origin of the product itself, that is the sugar cane. Then the wood will enter and give one of the most important parts of the tastes, that are rounding a little bit of the sweetness into more Christmas cake, into a little bit of coffee, in taste, going to the side of the more elaborated sugars like the muscovado sugar or the deepest vanillas, and finally you will find the citrus burst of the aftertaste. Actually, the rum, in our case, rums of our style, have this character of fruitiness, but not the sweetness, because at the end you have this smoothness based on a very dry product. And dryness, for myself, is very, very important in terms of the possibility of drink in a long term. All these combined flavors will give you, and the quality will give you a very nice next morning, which is also very important.
But you're telling all these amazing things about the taste of the Dictador. I'm going to treat myself with a glass of Dictador afterwards, that's for sure. I would like to also ask you about your favorite Dictador drink.
Well, actually, I always think that it's like sons. You cannot have a specific favorite one. But I can tell you that differently to sons, I can enjoy each of them in a different situation. So let's say there is a sunny day and you want to go to the beach and go to the pool. It would be fantastic to have a smooth cocktail with our 12 years old. Then if I am going out in the night and having some fun in a disco bar, I would love to have some of our 20-year-old, which is fashioned, but still vibrant enough to be able to enjoy a night. Then if I am having a nice dinner, I would like to finish my dinner with some of our XO rums, which are a little bit deeper and a little bit more complex, which gives you a very nice aftertaste after dinner. Many of the things that that we try to work out in our range of products is to have products for moments. And that's why we call it Dictador Experience, because at the end of the day, what we are trying to achieve for people it's special moments, and there are many special moments that cannot be stepped out of Dictador life.
Do you think we can go through that experience and maybe have a toast with our favorites?
Of course. Allow me.
Okay.
You will get the insolent and I will get the perpetual. Is okay for you?
I'm prepared. I'm here with my insolent.
So
This is just perfect for me. My favorite for this kind of toast is perpetual.
Perfect.
Cheers and thank you so much.
Thank you, Hernan, for joining us. I really appreciate that. Salud.
Salud.
And see you soon, I hope.